Hi, my name is Paton. I'm from Mangere College. I am 17 years of age. I like to be the one that people trust and come to when they need the help. I think being a customs officer will be a pretty cool job.
There's a whole lot more to working for the New Zealand Customs Service than checking out travellers and their baggage.
Hi Friday, how are you?
I'm good.
Got heaps to show you today, so let's go.
Let's go.
From intercepting contraband to collecting GST, from processing international intelligence or processing cruise line passengers, all told 1,300 customs officers work throughout New Zealand.
I think what it takes to be a good customs officer is to be able to exercise good judgment, be able to communicate well at all levels, and have a very strong sense of human nature, because what we do is we're dealing not just with people at the airport or at our counter, but we need to be able to deal with our external agencies.
Customs work in conjunction with MAF, the police and Foreign Affairs and Trade. It enforces import and export restrictions, protects against illegal trade, analyses intelligence information and puts out alerts to its frontline staff.
So Renie, what do you do?
My role in customs Friday is to administer and licence customs controlled areas. And directly behind us is one of the main customs controlled areas in Auckland, which is the ports of Auckland.
Around 2,000 containers pass through the ports of Auckland each day. Detecting contraband like drugs or hazardous substances carefully hidden inside isn't easy, but some powerful technology is at hand to help out.
Well, Farry, here we got the pride of New Zealand Customs Service. This is our big X-ray truck, which we use for X-raying sea containers. So it's a good piece of equipment. It costs $4 million, so it should be a very good piece of equipment, and it has paid for itself several times over with the fines it's had. Do you want to climb in?
Whoa!
The powerful X-rays can shoot through the most dense of materials, even a car's engine.
And we can see right through. You can see the pistons in there, you can see the crankshaft, but best of all we can see through the rest of the vehicle. So if we go through it, rear seats, fuel tank, and you can see there's definitely packages inside it. Now that was full of cocaine, and so was the other fuel tank. So that just proves the worth of having an X-ray machine.
This container's manifest claims it's filled with furniture.
How do you know all that stuff is furniture?
Well, it comes down to basically the experience. I've been doing this for 3 years now, and you get to know exactly what you're looking at.
At the front of the container, Geoffery spotted something which isn't quite right.
There's some quite dark areas in there, which could be the bolts that they assemble the furniture with, the legs. But yeah, I'm not too happy with it, so we'll let the container inspections team have a look at it.
Customs does offer a long-term career for people looking to work for the service. You could be working at the airport for a couple of years and decide that you may want to work as an investigator, and all those roles are just part of developing your knowledge and your skills.
The X-ray container has arrived to be searched.
So the intention is to open up towards the back and see what we find. Farry over here is going to give us a hand. Thank you, hope you're fit, because this is hard work.
In the corner, there's 2 boxes. Well, that doesn't look like furniture, does it?
Nice.
Only nice. As you can see on the knife, we've got a sharp blade this side. We also have a second blade this side. Under the New Zealand Customs and Excise Act, this would actually come under prohibited import. So we'll be looking at detaining these knives at this time.
On-job training like this is established in conjunction with the Skills Organisation, which is the state sector's industry training organisation. Its key role is to support all state employers in upskilling their staff.
This is the International Mail Centre, and it's based down at the Auckland Airport. And this is where all international mail arrives into New Zealand.
The Airport Mail Centre is a joint operation between New Zealand Post, MAF and the Customs Service.
But this is Holly Stringer, and she's a Chief Customs Officer in charge of inspections officers here at the Mail Centre, and she's going to explain to you what's involved here in the examining area.
Okay, Whare, outside on the belts at the Mail Centre we have officers go outside and they'll do profiling.
Profiling is the selective screening of incoming mail. The parcels are x-rayed, odd addresses might be checked, MAF dogs check for food and customs dogs check for drugs. This drug detector's dog has sniffed out something of concern. The dog gets a game for his efforts. All parcels of concern get a yellow sticker.
Officers will come into this lovely room, called our examination room, and then start examining the packages. And cross fingers, we come out with a positive result, whether it be narcotics, medicaments, CITES goods, all that sort of stuff.
So what's the difference between the number of stripes?
It's basically our ranking system. So if you came into New Zealand Customs and gone through the whole trainee cohort program, when you graduate, you'd get your 1 stripe, and so you'd become a customs officer. Then you work really, really hard to become as good as Renie and get your 2 stripes and become a senior customs officer. So then the next level is ACCO, which is Assistant Chief Customs Officer, and then you become me, a Chief Customs Officer. And then the world is your oyster. Management and up.
Cool. Awesome.
But it isn't just management who get to tackle the cool jobs at Customs. All firearms need permits. Some of these guns are waiting the okay, others are seized contraband.
Is that an AK-47?
It is, yep, that's the real deal. We don't get too many of those, but they do come in.
If it's going to go down, it's going to go down here, and we get very, very excited about that. It's a really, really great place to work, and I can honestly say I've never once been bored as a customs officer. Love it, love it, love it.
Well, could you get better praise for a job than that? So, how's it been for Whare?
I just really enjoyed how every day is an adventure, and it's a pretty serious thing. It's helping the community out and making sure that everything's okay.
Whare is a really nice guy. He's very friendly, approachable, and I think over time he'll develop skills if he is appointed as a customs officer in the future.
To gain a national certificate in border management, Customs Level 3, you must be employed by New Zealand Customs. To be a customs officer, you will need to go through a clearance with Customs Security Standard and meet minimum education levels. Training starts with a 4-month course involving a mix of residential and on-the-job training. Turnover in the customs industry is low and job satisfaction is high. There is also good career progression through their clearly defined ranking system. There is ongoing training support provided on the job from New Zealand Customs and from the Skills Organisation. Visit skills.org.nz for more information.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.